Okay, then let's go. SummerSlam, SummerSlam in Cleveland of all places. Not the best place I would have gone for this show, but hey, I guess they got the most money bid apparently. So I guess we're working with Cleveland. So this isn't a diss, but gonna pick somewhat better. But yeah,
I'm
Cleveland, Ohio, SummerSlam.
I'm a
Were y'all okay
Chicago
with
Bulls
Cleveland?
fan. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. There's nothing good to do in Cleveland. They gave them a reason with SummerSlam. That was a complete diss. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Cleveland. Yeah, I wasn't really like, Cleveland. Yeah, you know what it is. But hey, it's SummerSlam, so we're going with this show from here. They got a stadium, so there you go. Now I was a little kind of late. I did see the first match. I didn't really see the whole beginning of it because I know what Triple H came out and just welcomed the crowd, and then they had Jelly Roll perform. Um,
But
Somebody asked me this. Like, they didn't really know what genre of music he really made. So I guess he makes country music because I'd heard of him. I just never really listened to him.
yeah, he's a country artist. Somewhat, like pop country in a sense, but very good. But he has a very old school sounding country. It's just very popular sounding right now.
Okay, gotcha. Because I didn't really know what music he made, honestly. So I just know they had him perform in the ring. I know they had Miz host the show, given he is from Cleveland. So he was hosting throughout the night. Commentary team, we did have Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Pat McAfee there. As the opening match was going to be Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley with Dominic out there. 40
Mm.
Women's Championship. One thing to kind of point out before we actually start this match, and they said this at the beginning, we saw this throughout the whole night, and I don't know how y'all feel about it, but the referee cam, as now the referees have a camera on their ear, which I don't know how to feel about that all the way. This honestly almost looks like body cam footage.
I
All
want
right,
to say
first
this
off,
about it. I want to say this about it. Like, all right, cool. We can use that cam when it's time for the referee to not to look at stuff. When it's book for the referee not to look at things because he clearly saw Rhea was about to smack that girl with that chip because the referee cam was right on it. And like he didn't see it. If he did see it, we could see it. Yeah, like I don't know about that. I don't think I really like that too much.
It feels
the way
nauseating to me.
the way I feel about it is hit or miss. I think that I think it could build for a good storyline at some point. You know what I mean? It could be a situation, Iron Man match, last few seconds or something. One, two, somebody get their foot on the thing. Somebody get their foot on the rope. He counts three, and now you got to run it back off the ref cam because he had his foot on the rope. And that was like, oh, what do we do? And it builds a suspense. Like I could see them writing something into it that makes it kind of, but for right now, it is just random. I don't want to say it looked like body cam footage. I try to keep that away from my entertainment, so I don't even want to think about that type of stuff. But it does. It is grainy as fuck. It doesn't really build anything. I could also see it becoming something cool if people want to maybe watch the ref cam for some reason, like off the WWE app. That'd be a dope way to sell something if you think that would be a sell. But for right now, yeah, I just don't get the idea of it.
It just feels kind of nauseating to me. Like, yeah, I'm just not really sure how to feel about it all the way. It's just, I kind of get it's something new, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm really digging it that much, to be honest. So I wouldn't say it's like the best thing they got going on, because I almost thought it was the only time they showed it was at the beginning, because like literally going to the next match, you didn't even see the body cam, not body cam, sorry, ear cam until, so my bad, until later in the show. So I don't know. It just like when they switch back from regular cameras to the referee cam, it just kind of, I don't know, it just feels kind of nauseating in a way. So I'm not really like 100% down with that still. But the match itself for the women's title, it took me a minute to kind of get into this match throughout it. Like it wasn't bad. I think one thing they were playing up because like after like one of the dives, I think Liv Morgan did, and then just landing the Dominic and stuff. I think Ripley just ended up hitting her shoulder outside. I think because Morgan threw her into the steel steps, and I guess her shoulder was out of place, and then she slammed her own shoulder into the announce table, I guess popping it back in. Don't know how legit that was in that, but one thing
You
they
don't
both
know how to get that.
someone wondered if it was a work or if it was legit.
I thought it was a work.
That's what I
Bro,
kind of thought.
the ball was out. No.
It
I
did
had to go
look
back
like it.
and
It
look
did
again.
like it did look like it. Honestly,
That look.
it
I
looked
mean,
it looked a
oh,
little caved in, but
legitimately out.
yeah, it did look a little. It did look a little caved in. I thought honestly she was just kind of like flexing it in a little bit or something to kind of make it look like that. But it could have been out, and that would be crazy if she for real did pop that bitch back in because that hurts like
Because
fuck.
you
If you ever
can't
had
pop it
to,
back in like that though.
yeah, you
The,
can. You can.
the
I mean, any
thing
dislocated part you can, but
is,
Jesus Christ, do you want to?
Yeah, because I don't know how much of that was just like a work or legit, to be honest.
but
Like,
I think it looked it out. That it looked it like the bone was legitimately out.
It did. Yeah, it did kind of look like her shoulder kind of caved inward a little bit, and
yeah, 'cause I
she
just
kind of
thought she was
popped it
just
back
selling
up.
it. Yeah, I just thought she was just selling it, and they were focusing on that shoulder throughout the match, with Liv Morgan going for it. But basically, Ripley was able to just battle back from it, and she was about to set up for the Riptide because Liv Morgan ended up getting a chair, put in the ring. Ripley, and still kind of slamming her shoulder into the turnbuckle again. Also, once again, so I guess they're trying to pop it in. And then when Ripley was setting up for the Riptide, Liv Morgan gets put down the chair. Dominic picked the chair up then, and then fans started booing. Morgan hit an Oblivion, first one, which was a kick out. But then, Dominic climbed back up to the apron with the chair because the chair's still in the ring and the referee's distracted. Liv Morgan ended up hitting another Oblivion onto the chair and retain the women's championship. Basically, right after, Dominic ended up kissing Liv Morgan, making out with her. So now the turn is basically happening. Some would say the new Eddie Guerrero here, Latino Heat. Basically now dumping Rhea Ripley and going with Liv Morgan now. The match itself, I feel like till later on with all the distractions and everything, it kind of took me a minute to get in the match. I figured Rhea Ripley wasn't even going to win anyways because they still want to continue this story, and I think we all knew that Dominic was going to end up turning on Ripley anyway and siding with Liv Morgan.
Yeah, we all kind of saw it coming. You can tell by the walkout when he put his arm around it, he had that little dirty Dom look. The same look Finn Balor had later on in the pay per view. We'll talk about it,
Yeah, we'll
but
get some more betrayals.
right, man, so many, so many. But yeah, it was expected. Again, they were kind of bringing it up. Now, my question is, but I'll ask my question later. But it does involve the full Judgment Day, but I'll ask that later. But yeah, it was expected. Again, this gives Rhea her face turn. So now you can feel good about cheering for her because like her as a heel just wasn't working just because people loved it so much. Um, so yeah, I think this was due, and I like the move.
Yeah, I really would like it the whole thing anyway. Like, and we would kind of figure we all knew what was going to happen. We were just waiting for the turn. Um, Everybody thought the turn began when Rhea was about to hit her with the sealed chair, but it's really I think what it was once the sealed chair was in play, you saw how Dominic would toss to Rhea to try to get her something. She didn't take it. Whatever she did, she didn't take it. All of a sudden, she get hit with the oblivion. I'm like, whoa, hold on, man, that was a good ass plan right there. If that was
Mm-hmm.
the case, made it seem like he was still helping her. And I really like Dominic in this. I think really Dominic carrying the whole thing when it comes down to like the active part. Rhea doing it in the ring, promo wise, of course. Rhea is the big star, but why it really being around Dominic, and I think he carrying it, and I think he's doing a very good job at it.
Mm-hmm. And I'll add on to this for all the OG listeners of Bryce. I've been on here before. If you've been listening for like longer than a year, for sure you probably heard me say this before. Fuck Dominic Mysterio. This nigga keeps getting the push. I don't like him. Not good in the ring. I totally backtrack on everything I said. Only be like seriously because like what he's been putting out recently, what they've been writing him in, the push that they have been giving him has been spot on for him. I love this like Latino heat kind of feel. I love the look, the whole vibe of Dominic. I think is again starting to make it, man. So I want to see what this does for him. Again, he's building up so much heat this year. He keeps building on it. I wonder where it's going to lead him. Honestly, Dominic is one of those guys where I just don't like. I don't know where he's going to go, but I know it's going to be positive. So I just can't wait to see what happens with him with this next phase. I think again we're going to get. I probably maybe we'll get more Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. I would assume so with Dominic making his turn. But I love the whole aspect of this just hill run that Dominic is going on right now.
Yeah, I
And
think. Uh,
one more
I,
thing, bro.
I was gonna say like obviously this gets some even more heat since basically that's his thing, and given how the crowd popped out there, he's just getting, like I say, he's just getting more super heat out there. Like it's just working. It just works for him. Like I said, the fans already booed Dominic, and now this just gives him more. He's basically a heat seeker and whatnot, and just gets Ripley more over as a face and whatnot. So going, like I said, throughout this whole story, it's been iffy up and down half the time with me, to sometimes where I kind of care and don't care, but I've seen where they've gone for. And given what we just saw at SummerSlam, we all know we all knew it was gonna happen anyway. So yeah, this puts way more super heat on Dominic and whatnot, because someone said a great poet once said, you have two bad bitches at the same damn time.
The crazy part with it is like he playing this part so well, and he looks the part. Like he looks like the dude that your sister or your cousin brings over. You like, man, you like this sleaze ball? He looks like a sleaze ball. Do you see him? He all right, go ahead, girl. And then she come home broken hearted. I like this nigga look like a sleaze ball. You wanted
He's got that
him.
Eddie. He's got that. He Eddie Guerrero mullet and mustache. That's what he's
Man,
got. He's got that mustache and that mullet, just like Eddie.
I really wonder if that's gonna come into play like later in Dominic's career, where they like him and Ray, like right before Rey Mysterio retired, do like one more like custody promo, just one more before Mysterio retires. Because he is like really melding into that Eddie Guerrero Latino heat character, the mullet, the mustache, the dealing with hella dominant women early in his career.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, well, we will see where that goes. But nah, like I said, the story now, like I said, this feud is gonna continue. I would feel like maybe going to the next pay per view. But yeah, having Dom turn on Ripley and everything. Nah, it was good stuff to kick off the show. So it was good. But now moving on to the next part of the show. I know they had Judgment Day kind of argue, given what they just saw, and pissed off at Dominic. They say they're going to kill him later on. But we do move on into the Intercontinental Championship match. I don't know what advertisement was based on this match, because it's an advertisement brought to you by something. But Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Um, it was a good match. It was pretty brief. I think we all knew Braun Breaker was gonna win. Like, come on, he was gonna win this time. We all knew that, and I guess they wanted to wait till SummerSlam to do it on big stage and everything. When it comes to Braun Breaker's booking, like, it's not that they haven't booked him bad. Yes, they make him look like an unstoppable monster, basically Goldberg 2.0 out there. It's just going back in Money in the Bank. It was just kind of odd seeing him lose clean just to Sami Zayn from out of nowhere. Because I said this before, I felt like they could have just did some type of roll up on Braun Breaker or some type of screwy finish, and then you get the rematch at SummerSlam and whatnot, and Breaker will win. I guess they just had like, okay, we gotta give him his win back, given he lost clean to Sammy before. Because one thing I've seen with Breaker is like I said, they haven't booked him bad, but someone say he either sells a little bit too much sometimes, because some would say he just needs to go out there and kill Sammy. Just go out, just beat him to where Sami doesn't even really get a lot of offense, but we don't want Sami looking bad at the same time, because we already heard the Sami Hogan comparisons for a good minute now since WrestleMania and whatnot, and a lot of people felt like this was kind of going on the same thing with Breaker. And even, I'll say this too, I almost thought this was going to end up being a triple threat match at SummerSlam, and they would add Dragunov in, given how many matches they've done with Dragunov and Breaker, where it ends up in some type of screwy DQ finish that went on one too many times, I feel like, and I just felt like they just needed to give somebody a win. But Breaker did end up getting the win and winning your Intercontinental title, because he ended up dodging the haluva kick. Breaker speared him, and then, he lowered the straps and then went across the ropes, hit one more spear, and won the match, which I do feel like now with Braun Breaker winning the Intercontinental title, I feel like Sami Zayn is gonna be involved in either the Bloodline stuff, which we'll get on to later on, or he'll get a rematch again. But I think we all knew Breaker was gonna win here. Yeah, like it had to happen. Like, it was gonna happen regardless.
Yeah, man's a monster.
So,
Mm.
Kai, you got anything for that?
No. Oh, okay, no. What?
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah. I was
thought.
waiting for Cal to go. I could just throw
Oh no.
in. Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, Ron Breaker is by far like he's a monster. Dude is a straight up beast. I want to. Yeah, I think getting the title on him this early is perfect. Again, this was a great pay per view overall, but I'll talk about that later. But I think that was just another great move. Again, Sami Zayn is just like, again, and this is no disrespect to Sami Zayn at all. This again to me is almost kind of like a Ric Flairian thing, but he's a great fall guy. He's like he will sell you to the fucking heavens. You know what I mean? He'll make everything look great. And again, him even though him and Brian Breaker have had match after match after match, and for some people it got a little stale. Just again, having somebody as good in the ring as a Sami Zayn to go against and then win against, it only makes you look stronger.
Um, my my gripe with this match was, all right, if you wanted to give me a squash match, did you see how Braun was like selling a lot once he got the title? Like, they were trying to raise his hand, he was still hurt and stuff. I'm like,
Mm.
to be honest, if you wanted to give me a squash match, then you could have just gave me a squash match then. For real. I, I feel like it,
Now,
it
question:
wouldn't
Can
hurt it. It would not hurt it. What's the name?
do
Sammy.
you
I
think?
promise you, it would not hurt Sammy.
I don't
But
know, man. Because like again, like to me, I feel like it would have hurt Sammy if he just got straight up squashed. Now, by all means, we all knew he was gonna win, but like this is the same dude who damn near broke the bloodline down by himself. I don't know if getting squashed is something that you want to do to
I
Sammy,
mean,
at least right now.
but that match was brief though, very brief. So it was like
Oh, it was
in
still brief,
between.
yeah.
It was in between. So it was like what they were trying to give us. I was confused of what they were trying to give us. And it's like
Mm.
it was a not a long enough match for it could go back and forth, and it looked like Braun was dominant, but he still looked like he still came out of a long, brutal match. How he, was holding the title at the end. I was like, well, he looked hurt. Why he looked like he was banged up? It was only 5 minutes.
Yeah, I do feel that.
yeah, I can understand that. And I think also, one thing is also point out, I talked about Sammy, and someone says booking since WrestleMania. People want to put out the Sammy Hogan thing, because, like, yes, he had the Intercontinental title, but so one of y'all booked him this strong. How come they just haven't pushed him towards the world title?
I think
Mm.
they're gonna come. I think they have everybody else in front of him. Just about. You already see, later on in the show who they really wanted for a while, and they finally got the title on him. So I think it's gonna come when it's not now, especially now. I just guessing, but him teaming up with Jay, that kind of a little suspicious to me. Why he lost the title and he been teaming up with Jay, and they been talking about it too. Like, all right, I think they about to team up with Roman soon. So that's why I think that's why his title run. I mean, they not pushing him to the world title yet.
Yeah, they probably want to be in a Bloodline Civil War thing that's probably about to happen soon. So I think it's because of that,
Mm.
and why not going back for the champion, going for the world title and whatnot. Because like I said, some will still argue and tell you that he shouldn't have beat Gunther back at WrestleMania and whatnot. And a lot of people just kind of felt like, why they booking Sammy so strong? That's why everybody kept putting the word Sammy Hogan out there several times, and they didn't really like how. Like I said, a lot of people did not like how he beat Breaker clean back at Money in the Bank. I was surprised he beat Breaker clean at Money in the Bank, honestly. I was actually surprised
Yeah,
at
I was.
Hey, here's the thing with that. Well, those are the same people that you could go back 4 years ago before he started doing the bloodline thing when he would for Del Castro, Sammy, and he would lose it all the
Mm.
time. And those are the same people who were like, man, he deserved a push. He wanted why they won't get him a push? Now 4 years later, they would get him the proper push that that they probably wanted. Oh man, nah, it's Sammy Hogan. Wait a second, time out, man. What do y'all want, man? Seriously, what do y'all want?
that. What do y'all want?
Like I
Like,
said, he got the title. He got a title, and I don't think a title holder should take that many L's. And if they do take an L, it got to be justifiable. Why they took an L to the non-title match? You know what I'm saying? And most of those matches that he was in, he was putting his titles on the line. So it wasn't like he was like, "Are you ready to take the title off of him and give it to Gable? Are you ready to take the title off of him and give it to Ilya?" And like nah. So he has to win those matches.
true.
Mm.
I would say that, yeah. But like I said, you don't want to just make them, like I said, you got to make the champion still look strong at the same time, though. But yeah,
Yeah.
it is kind of crazy. Yeah, it's like, where's the push? Now it's like, nah, they pushing him too much now. Like, no, no, they need to stop doing it.
Yeah, yeah. I literally I love the push that. I love it. I guess I'm a Sammy Hogan lover because again, I was one of them guys that was like, this dude is talented. He's great, and then he got the bloodline push, and I was like, put the fucking belt on him. Go ahead, do it. And again, it didn't happen, but I would appreciate him at least going for the world heavyweight champion, even if he doesn't win, just at least being one of the people that gives Cody a good run because I think he deserves at least a run later on. Maybe not now. I mean, not Cody. Not Cody. What's my boy name who just won? Gunther. I think he deserves at least one more try. Of course, he won't beat Gunther, but at least one more go at it to be a world heavyweight champion. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see it. I could see that happening. So maybe they would put that match in the future. I'm not sure, but that is a possibility though. So we'll see what happens with that. But right after that, now we go to the U.S. title on the line. Logan Paul, who is from Cleveland, did come out there and basically got booze. Obviously, he's got the Browns
Which is
colors
wild.
on. Say what?
So, which is wild.
Yeah, he got boo. Yeah, he is from Cleveland, but he got booze, and I'm gonna get to more of that in a second. I just think because he's a heel and they love L.A. Knight, but
Yeah.
some would say it is kind of crazy to see him get booed in his own hometown. But I'll get to that in a minute. And he was making his entrance, and he's dapping up the security, and then they got Machine Gun Kelly right there, which I don't know. Somebody saw on commentary on the post show saying like, he's a Grammy nominated rapper. I'm like, I don't even think dude rap anymore. Last time I remember Machine Gun Kelly was just doing rock music nowadays because Eminem sent him packing
Mhm.
after trying to beef with him. So
He can rap. He just do. Yeah, he doing his own thing.
yeah, and his thing, I never, I didn't even mind Machine Gun Kelly's music. Like I said, his music wasn't even that bad, but Eminem did send him packing though. Like
Nah,
that's like you
yeah,
don't even rap no more.
that was a tough one. That was that was a tough battle. That's what happens when you battle Eminem. I'm like, but
Yeah,
again, like I said, yes, I think he gave him some good go. You know what I mean? For most young rappers, they would fold under that pressure. At least he gave you a decent song
yeah. Before like Eminem came in and just
and did what he had to do. Yeah.
destroyed him then. So that's why when they said he's a rapper, I'm like, dude, you don't even rap no more. Like he be doing rock music now. So that's why I kind of have to say like, yeah, M sent him packing and whatnot. But yeah, he's headed to the ring with him, and then he got LA Knight in the prime truck. I guess he stole on SmackDown which looks like one of those warthogs from Halo, and I guess he was using a pole to try to break the window, which literally looked like fake plexiglass that he was trying. Like it didn't even break all the way, but he ended up breaking it. But yeah, LA Knight had got a big pop. He basically headed to the ring, but Logan Paul attacked him, which they were brawling to the outside of the ring for a few minutes. So the match didn't even start yet. Run each other to the the Prime bottle drinks outside, and what they got not Jelly Roll, but yeah, Machine Gun Kelly and Logan Paul's entourage. It's Jeff, everybody. Look, that's Jeff.
His
That's
name's
Jeff.
Jeff.
Yes, it's Jeff. It's Jeff and whatnot. And they're brawling to the outside, and even though his entourage was someone trying to still get involved, and then they were on the announce table, which LA Knight did like a neck breaker on Logan Paul there, which the table did not break until they finally got in the ring and started. And I actually enjoyed this match. This was actually a really good match because I'm like, man, I was seeing some stuff out there that was pretty insane. I feel like the move I did like the most was when they were both on the top rope and LA Knight ran up there and hit a freaking brain buster on Logan Paul
That
for
was
the top
crazy.
rope. Yeah, that was crazy. That was like the biggest move I remember from that match. But now what Logan Paul did, like a springboard moonsault also that was pretty crazy. Like this, like I said, there was some good stuff out there. Like I was enjoying the match overall. And then throughout the match, basically the ref, getting distracted. His entourage is trying to come in. Logan Paul, they get beat up, and then Machine Gun Kelly, he's hopping the barricade. Then he's got the brass knuckles, handing it to Logan Paul and whatnot. And LA Knight grabbing Logan Paul, trying to get him. Paul hit him with the brass knuckles. He even did a buckshot lariat, which looked pretty clean. But LA Knight caught him and ended up hitting the BFT for the win, becoming now the new United States champion. So finally, LA Knight gets a title, which I'm sure everybody's been wanting for a pretty long time now. I think we all knew that LA Knight was gonna win and win the U.S. title. Because I didn't really see Logan Paul retain, and I think it was already gonna happen. I don't think Logan Paul lost due to the stuff he said on Twitter in the past few days, even though he wasn't really wrong on that. I know he got fact checked later on, but initially when it happened, he wasn't wrong on what he said. But yeah, I think he just lost because we knew LA Knight was gonna win. It didn't have nothing to do with outside Twitter engagements and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I don't think it did either. He just didn't.
Yeah, yeah, I ain't thinking right. It just happened. Really, what did just the other day? So I don't think that situation had any bearing on this
Oh,
match.
some I know because some people feel like they were gonna take the title off of him because of that. A lot of people
I
really
was
thought that was
going to
gonna
take
happen.
the title off of him because it was they knew if they didn't do it this time and give LA Knight a title this time, we was going to be like, all right, fuck, and we already know what this is, So we'll just probably jump out the bandwagon quick because, or bag away because we needed him to get a title soon, for real. He been hot for a while now, you know. So I think that was the case. I don't think anything what Logan Paul said was had anything to do with this match.
Yeah, because a lot of people was really thinking that. I was like, I doubt whatever he said on Twitter had anything to do with the outcome of this match. I just kind of saw, I was reading some stuff, and a lot of people felt like that was going to happen because of, what he said about the Olympics and shit. So I like, nah, that's two separate things. I think LA Knight was going, like I said, LA Knight was going to win regardless, and this was going to be his crowning moment right here, given how, like I said, how hot he's been and over with the crowd. Like this was his, you know, big coming out party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, he had to win the title. But this is a really good match, though. I really enjoyed this match.
Man, I told Bryce yesterday I gotta, I really gotta start fucking around and giving Logan Paul his respects on a wrestling tip, because that springboard fucking backflip he did was so motherfucking crisp. I must admit, like his ring skills are good, and his matches. At least this match was really good. I really enjoyed it from beginning to end. I think it was done great. Um, It was very minimal celebrity interaction, which helps. uh, yeah, it was a fire match.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was definitely good stuff. Like I said before, say what you want to say about Logan Paul on the outside of WWE, but you can't sit there and not say he's really good at what he's doing on WWE television right now. Like you
yeah,
can't
he's
deny that.
doing good. He's doing good, and especially how I look at most of his matches. He's doing something new every time. Like, hey, look at what I'm doing. I've been cooking in the lab, trying to do this move right here. Then he come around with a springboard move. So I was like, whoa, okay, then, boy, I see you. I see you. You know. No, but here's the thing. Well, I could not say anything about it. But the situation is not knowing the research. What ended up happening to Logan Paul. I don't blame Logan for coming out and saying something because sometimes you looked at it like, hold on, that's unfair, but
Yeah, fact
sometimes
check.
you right there we go. Sometimes you gotta dig deeper and deeper. Sometimes, brother, and doing a little research won't hurt. And like I said, I see what Logan. Logan got a good heart. I see him. I see you, boy. But sometimes. You can't just be going head first and every day. You can't be doing that. You gotta do the
I agree.
research first.
Yeah, you gotta do the fact check. So, like you said, he ended up looking up and then he found. Like now we all know the truth now, whatnot. Because, like I
Yeah,
said, I don't really ever agree with Logan Paul on really anything most time of what I've seen on the outside. But initially, when it happened, I was like, no, he's not wrong here. He wasn't wrong at all. But now that he got fact check, it's like, okay, well, now that we know the truth, okay. But initially, from the get go, I was like, no, he didn't say anything wrong. No, I didn't think he said anything wrong this time. Initially, when it happened.
Yeah, Logan. Yeah, he needs to fact check what he says. I do think that on a political scale, it's a whole different thing. But you know, yeah, I'm glad he fact checked himself on that. But shit, like the fear of that happening. But I'm pretty sure the Olympics is pretty staunch on figuring those things out
right. Yeah,
before they happen.
right.
Yeah, I think the Olympics would be knowing what they doing, to what I assume. So I don't think they're just letting anything happen down there. So
Yeah.
there you go. There's already been enough controversy. I already heard about the Olympics in recent days, but that's a different story for another time. But moving on, though, I know they had some. What are they doing? Like a commercial with half the wrestlers in the back about Manscaped and Otis shaving his stomach. Which
Random.
for a second there, I didn't even think it was about to be his stomach the way he was pointing that thing. But I was like, okay, it's only his stomach. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
Manscaped.
want to say
Oh
something
yeah.
about that. I want to say something. Me and my cousins was in here joking like, man, if Vince was still around, boy, that boy he would have got as close to the waist as possible to let you know what this product is for. This product it was not for on that nigga's stomach. It was. We all know that. So, especially what he was using, the machine, the little gadget that he was using, Manscaped. We all know what some of that stuff was used for, and that's why they did a stomach instead of going as close to the waist. But I think if Vince was around, bro, I think they would have got as close to the waist as possible to not let
Oh,
you know.
don't trip. They're about to be on Netflix soon. Who knows what the fuck they might say?
Right, right,
Sure,
like
yeah. Raw's gonna be on Netflix, so there you go. But it was like Manscaped. And it was like, oh yeah. So yeah, that was some commercial they just did there. Next though was Bayley versus Nia Jax for the women's championship. Um, this match is brought to you by Volcon. I don't even know what video game they were promoting, but honestly, given that the U.S. title match had just happened, the crowd was very quiet for this. And it's
yeah.
not like the match was bad or anything, but yeah, it was solid and whatnot. But they were very quiet towards the end until Tiffany Stratton's music had happened and whatnot. Because the only thing they really popped for was what Bayley doing a power bomb on Nia Jax throughout this match. At least got some holy shit chance, and Tiffany doing her attempt to cash in and just basically Bayley got distracted, and then Nia Jax just did like two annihilators and won. But one thing I got to point out, and me and Steven talked about this, is Bayley's time as champion, which honestly hasn't really been all that, or just the booking of Bayley in general for a minute now, ever since she's been the champion. Some would even kind of go back after when she won the Royal Rumble. I brought this up before because like Bayley was red hot at one point, especially when she won the Rumble in that segment on SmackDown. Basically found out Damage Control was trying to turn on her and whatnot, and she got the got the jump on them before they could get the jump on her. I just feel like Bayley Thomas champion wasn't all that. I just feel like the booking of her is like you barely kind of seen her on TV, you kind of barely seen her around. I forgot Bayley was champion sometimes, until you start really getting to the whole Nia Jax feud. So yeah, Bayley's booking recently just really hasn't been all that. I'm not really surprised Nia Jax won. I kind of figured that was gonna happen, and you gotta give Nia Jax credit, especially in her second run, because when they brought her back, I wasn't really sure what to think, but I was like, well, you know what? She didn't hurt anybody, and it's actually been really good. So in a way, some would say she actually deserved this big win right here at SummerSlam and whatnot. So yeah, someone say you gotta get the fridge some credit right here. But yeah, with her coming new women's champion, like I said, no surprise. It's just like I said, the match was solid, but the crowd just did not care.
Yeah.
And I was a part of that crowd right there. I was with that crowd. Real talk. Real talk. I was talking to my cousin. We were watching this match, and I asked him, "Hey, you got a backwood?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, I'm about to, you want to step out if you want to." Because it was slow. It started out super slow, and then like Bryce said, like the only time they really stood up and said, "Yay," was Bailey hit that power bomb, and
Yeah.
we woke up. We was like, "Oh, okay." Did you see that? And that's when we started paying attention again. But then it was like another drop off at that time. It's like after the power bomb, Bailey, was getting her stuff in before Nia Jax, took back on offense. But it was like that match went into one gear and never came out of the first gear until that power bomb, and it was only a gear and a half. They didn't even
No,
get to
for sure.
second gear.
No, I
That's
do
how I
get.
felt. My bad, drag out here.
Oh shit! No, no, no. I was agreeing. No, I was dead ass just agreeing with what you were saying.
Oh
Honestly.
yeah, yeah. It's like with the Tiffany cashier, we already knew the cashier was gonna happen now. You know what I'm saying? Like not now. First off, I can't. How I'm looking at it right now. I'm with Bryce on one thing that her second run has been nice. So I think they about to use her second run being nice to elevate Miss Tiffany Shredder. That's what I'm thinking about to happen. About to happen. They use the death run right now to elevate Tiffany, and Tiffany is going to be the champion probably I could say the end of this year.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. What do you think about Bailey's time as the champion and how everything is gone ever since?
You ain't hear me laughing? Shoot, that means that's all I was agreeing with. I was busting up laughing over here. What you were saying. Like half of the time I forgot that she was champion. And most of the time, like I was watching SmackDown. This is my priority on SmackDown. First, Bloodline, of course.
Hmm.
Bloodline, Cody, Randy Orton, KO. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my number one priority. The number two priority is the mid card. Of course, Logan losing the title opened up the mid card a lot. So I've been looking at Andrade and Mello. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking at them, a lot, and I don't think Bailey title reign even came into my priority on SmackDown most of the time. To be honest, like if Bailey popped up on my TV, I'm leaving the room to do something.
Damn.
And that's no disrespect, but that title run was boring.
Yeah, and we kind of said this even when she was going for the title leading into WrestleMania. I just felt like the feud just kind of cooled down. Especially even going to Mania too. I said that also. I always say after that segment she did on SmackDown and who she was going to pick and like I said, got the jump on Damage Control. That was the last time, it was red hot for her. After that, it just really cooled. It really cooled off. It cooled off big time.
A lot of these YouTubers, though, they want to blame the WWE mostly for like the booking of Bayley and stuff, but I really think not not no disrespect. Nobody chew my head off with this, but I've been saying this for years a little bit. I gave her flowers at WrestleMania. She did a damn good job with that match. But I've been saying this for years. Like she always like been the weakest link out of the four horsewomen. Always. It's like and this is always this showing right now every time. Every time we put the title on her, it's not that her matches are good, not good. It's because her feuds are not good.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree.
Yes. Yeah. I can't say all feuds ain't really been the best, especially in recent times too. Especially like if we want to count names of who she's gone against, like what would you say the last best feud that she have with?
Gerard, you got it. You know,
I have no idea.
I don't
man.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I was about to say maybe Sasha was still around, but I'm not even sure about that.
I mean,
So
that was her best run. So I do get her that. Yeah, that was one of her best runs. Was with her and Sasha would feed it off each other. She, no doubt about it that they did hold down the women division over there when in the pandemic era. So I do give them they flowers on that. They did do their thing, but I think they did good feed it off each other. But Bailey alone, man, it just don't look right. It don't
Mm.
feel right.
yeah, I was gonna say that feud with Bianca, but yeah, Bianca just basically just straight up beat her most of the time.
Yeah.
So
So, what do y'all think is next for?
rematch.
A rematch, and she going to be a nice wrestler to build another women wrestler after this rematch. She might go into a feud with a up and comer that
Okay.
they see, and she can help elevate them. Because she the former women's champion, the Grand Slam champion. So you go if you beat her, you can elevate.
Actually, I fuck
Yeah,
with that.
yeah, I can see that happening. So yeah, I can see that. Whoever goes against Nia Jackson next, I don't know.
Getting their
Uh,
ass beat.
yeah, because
You-
yeah, they got to
you-
make Nia look strong until she faces someone on the level. I don't know. Maybe she'll face Bianca sometime down the road. Because yeah, I even say this. I think I said this yesterday. It is almost kind of strange not seeing Bianca on this show on SummerSlam on the main show, given she's in a mid card tag team act right now.
It is.
I just used to Bianca being the main event and top dog all the time. It's like it's almost kind of strange not seeing her in a top position.
Yeah, but I did say this yesterday too, where like it for me it's cool as long as it doesn't last for too long. Like I think
Mhm.
every good wrestler has had, they mid card breaks. Randy Orton, Becky Lynch, even for a minute. Make shit. I mean, the only person that maybe hasn't, and you can correct me on that, Charlotte Flair may have, may not have. I'm not quite sure. But I think everybody does. But if we still having this conversation at the next SummerSlam, man, we got a problem. Because then it's like, nigga, what are they doing with Bianca? You know what I mean? Like,
Now,
goddamn.
now, Gerard, do you remember? Do you remember where Charlotte went to SmackDown? Like, when they had that draft, and she had a feud with the welcoming committee. Remember
Oh
that?
yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
That was the
That
mid card feud.
The welcoming committee. Yeah, I remember
was
that.
her being confused right there. They were trying to make that group go over. They were trying to make Charlotte into a face, and it was not working at all.
You know what I
The
mean? So
welcoming
like,
committee.
I remember that. Charlotte as a face just will never work.
Never
But
work. It will never work.
She's a natural heel. She's a natural heel. Like it
natural
just
heel,
doesn't
yeah.
work as a face. But nah, like I said, yeah, Jax though beats BBL Bayley. So yeah, we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, three, huh?
That's homegrown. That is homegrown. We need to stop.
I know that's the joke, but we know it's real. We know it's real. We know it's not fake.
Man,
Oh, okay.
hey,
Hey,
I'm just
hey,
saying,
now.
yo,
hey, shout out Bailey boyfriend for fucking up again. I'm gonna have to shout him out every time we do this from now on. Shout out you for fucking up. I just need to know if Bailey like regular niggas. Because if so, I'm shooting all shot one day. And also shout out Nia Jax for having a Big Show career. Like remember, everybody used to say the same thing about Nia Jax. They used to say about Big Show. Oh, he be a little too clumsy. He don't know his strength in the ring. He went
Yeah.
somewhere, trained, got his shit together, and had a great career after. Hopefully, Nia Jax is on that same trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
true. So yeah, we'll definitely see what's gonna happen. But moving on, some would say this is the best feud in all of WWE right now. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with Seth Rollins as the special guest referee. I swear he had the dude look like a walking disco ball this time with all the silver. Because at first I was about to call him a cross dresser again, like usual, given what I saw last Monday. The dude had a whole blouse on. But at this point, you never know what Seth Rollins is gonna dress as. But cross dresser Seth, I'm sure everyone has said that at this point and still do. But like I said, he looked really shiny out there. Some would actually compare this match to Undertaker versus Brett in like 97 Heart and Soul with Shawn Michaels being the special guest referee. Which CM Punk, by the way, was wearing Bret Hart colors also out there too
Yeah.
with pink and black on. So obviously this is CM Punk's big return match too. We haven't seen CM Punk wrestle since the Royal Rumble, in which he got hurt and has been out for almost 8 months now. And given how this feud has gone on, we've seen Drew and Seth jump each other multiple accounts of times without even having a match until finally now with CM Punk being medically cleared. Which I have to say, CM Punk did look jacked out there too. He did look really big, bigger than usual. Because, one thing that people said this about Punk ever since coming back to WWE, a lot of people say he looks 10 years younger here than what he did in AEW and whatnot. Because a lot of people probably look like an old man in AEW, but come back to WWE, he de-aged now and he's in incredible shape. But I definitely enjoyed this match. I thought it was one of the best matches out of the entire night. Like I said, obviously with Seth Rollins being the referee out there. Honestly, this was the most unpredictable match. You didn't know how which one was gonna
Mm-hmm.
go, because anything could have
Mm-hmm.
happened. Anybody could have won here. So I wasn't even sure who was gonna win this match. So that's one thing I could say about this. This was very, very unpredictable and whatnot. But like I said, I enjoyed the match. It was really good. Seth, basically arguing with both Punk and Drew several times. Even Drew getting a chair to the outside and basically telling Rollins to step aside. And McIntyre like he was gonna hit him, but Rollins ended up grabbing the chair and just throwing it out. Which once again, like I said, they compared it to Heart and Soul of 1997. So that was basically a good callback if you want to go from there. But trying what's happening in this match. But like I said, still going on. Punk's trying to set up for the GTS. I know he went for the Anaconda Vice, but Drew got out of it. He got the Claymore kick, got a near fall and whatnot. And then I think trying to remember what else happened. I know he did like the future shot DDT on him. At one point, you could see Drew McIntyre take the bracelet that he took from CM Punk with AJ and his dog's name on it, Larry, and end up putting it onto Seth's arm and whatnot, sticking it on there, because CM Punk ended up hitting the GTS and going forward, but he saw that Rollins, once he was getting back up after the ref bump, he took to the ground. He saw that Rollins had the bracelet on, and basically CM Punk got kind of distracted right here. He says, like, I don't care about you and your Sabu pants and whatnot. And then Punk and Rollins start arguing, saying it's not about you, asshole. And then CM Punk ended up hitting him with a GTS, then taking him out. Punk had walked back to McIntyre. Drew kicked him in the balls, then hit him with a Claymore kick. And Rollins just slowly, kind of somewhat still hesitant to even count, the 3 for Drew, but he ended up doing it. And Drew McIntyre did beat CM Punk right here. So some would say Punk screwed Punk here in this instance. He basically got blinded by his own rage and just saw Seth wearing, the bracelet and whatnot, which basically cost them. And Drew, took the bracelet back and everything, and just walked off with it as Seth walked away too, as they helped him Punk up after the match then. So really great stuff here. And I gotta say, it woke the crowd up too.
Man, man, I really like this match. It was like me and my cousins was in here. We were so invested in this match. It was like every emotional turn, we was all emotionally turned. Like, oh my god, did you see that? Oh, he got to get mad about the bracelet. Watch this, y'all. We were so invested in this match, man. It was good. It was really good. It was hard hitting too. My goodness, they must have already said, "Hey, we about to beat the hell out of each other." All right, my goodness, it was hard hitting. Seth played this role very well, especially after this week, after everybody been like, man, he just don't look right. He been dragging a few down. A lot of people been saying that. So, but he really played this role very well in this match. He very well. But they would get in his face for sometimes it was no apparent reason. I was like, yeah, Seth has the right to step in their face because they have been just coming at him, especially the bracelet part. Seth only put it on just so it can keep it. That was very good. I liked it. The whole thing was very good.
No, this was definitely one of the best matches of the night. I thought Punk was gonna lose. I predicted that he was gonna lose, but not in the way that he lost. I thought it was gonna be like, Punk, you didn't just screw Drew McIntyre, you screwed me. So I'm gonna get my get back. But he didn't do it that way. It was more so, again, Punk screwing Punk. If he didn't see red when he saw that bracelet, he would have won that match. Um, and I think it seemed like Seth would have been more okay with Punk winning that match than Drew, with the reluctance in which Seth counted that 3. It was almost like he didn't want Drew to win, but fuck it, like I don't want either one of you guys to win, but it seemed like he was just like very slow on that count. Uh, I wonder what is going to lead these guys to. I feel like I'm guessing a triple threat is going to have to happen at this point. Um, so we're probably going to get more promos from them. But yeah, this match again. I was pretty in on the match before that, but this match woke me up. Even though I was pretty woke, this one was like, oh yeah, edge of my seat. I'm sitting here because no one knew how it was gonna end. It was great. It was great. It was great.
Good stuff though. It was really good stuff. Definitely enjoyed it. This can still lead to something else. It could be a triple threat match. I'm sure it's probably gonna be Punk versus Seth soon enough too. So this is gonna lead into anything right now, honestly. So we're all three individuals involved. You never know what's gonna happen next in this feud. But given Drew got the win right here, I'm sure it's most likely gonna be Seth versus Punk. Or like I just said, triple threat match out there next. So anything could happen. But I definitely enjoyed it though. I just think it's funny when you say Punk screw Punk when he's wearing Bret Hart colors out there also. So I think that's kind of funny too. So yeah, like I say, he got blinded by his own rage and lost the match. Like I say, screwed himself and whatnot. One other thing to point out, and yeah, no, Shaggy said this yesterday. They talked about his title wins or whatnot, because I think they got it wrong about how many times you've been world champion and whatnot. Because I know they're only going to mention WWE one. Some say they didn't mention his I guess AEW or Ring of Honor. Like they're not gonna mention that.
Oh yeah.
They're only gonna mention this WWE World Title. They're not gonna mention over there right now.
Yeah.
I don't think they
I,
probably would have anyways.
I think there's no need to. There's no reason to.
Nah, it's no
Also,
place.
you said. Also, you said this looks like a buffer version of Punk. Again, AEW was supposed to have this version of Punk, but they screwed themselves. They also screwed themselves.
But
um,
yeah, which is crazy sometimes when you still think about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's so crazy. Man, I would that would be the word. It's stupid when you think about it. For real, they
yeah,
could have had this. They could have had this. What they could have had. They could have stayed apart with WWE. But look where they are now.
man, seriously, because again, y'all, the AEW got Punk when he was just coming back, so of course he will look a little older, a little out of shape, a little rusty to the things because he hasn't done them in forever. But
Right.
again, now you seeing a Punk who is getting back used to it, getting back used to the grind. Got some weight on him now, got some muscle on him now. He's ready to go, man. But because it reminds me of when Edge came back. Remember that first WrestleMania when Edge came back and they had that long ass pay per view, and it's like, golly, what is this
Yeah,
man
don't remind
doing?
me.
But it took him a minute to get back into the gear of things, and right now Punk is in that part of his career where he's back into the gear of things. And WWE lucked up and got him because AEW just fumbled the bag completely.
Nah, it's crazy, and like you said, the way they've handled this feud with Punk and Drew, some say they could have kind of done that over there, but they didn't do it because we've already seen how the shots they've taken at each other on Twitter, especially Drew, man. Got to give him credit, man. Especially pulling John Cena there, doing helping these Make a Wish kids out there, Jack Perry and whatnot, taking a picture with him.
Yeah, make
But
a wish to be on a
what
WWE roster.
the crazy part about it, the crazy part about it, you can really do this feud for a long time. You ain't have to. You ain't got to put these guys in the world title picture and mess up the world title picture. You know what I'm saying? These three guys right here, you can have them wait for the world title picture for a while and still have a main event type of feud.
I agree. I
Oh
agree.
yeah. So not
Those,
like this can go anywhere, anytime. Like it's go any way. You never know what's gonna happen next in this feud.
This is just another Drew McIntyre feud that could be like a main event feud. He did the
Mhm.
same thing with Sheamus.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So it's really good stuff out there for real. So I definitely enjoyed this match. But moving on, no, I know they did go back to the Judgment Day clubhouse, and Finn ended up talking to Damian Priest. I guess they were still looking for Dominic and whatnot. And Balor, I guess Priest said like he's not gonna need any help out there tonight. And Balor says he would be there if you change your mind if you need help during the match. And Priest said he appreciate it. So we're gonna get into that in a second because the next match was Damian Priest versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. I know they did show I guess some of the legends up in the skybox and whatnot, DDP, X Pac, Scott and Rick Steiner and Kevin Nash. Some would say they were really surprised to see Kevin Nash really go anywhere right now, given he's always on his podcast and whatnot, because people count on him for not going to Sting's final match months ago, but they say he could show up for SummerSlam or whatnot. But hey, click, 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 if you get what I mean. But
That's my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
yeah, because
I
some say he was
mean,
actually surprised to see him out there.
well, I mean that at the same time though, who is his best friend compared to who Sting
True,
is to him?
true.
I never heard him and Sting having any type of best friend type of relationship going on. And yeah, it's kind of bogus that you didn't want to go to his last match, but to each his own. But that is his best friend. Triple H is his boy. That's his boy. And ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
The
So I
click,
can see him going there over going to sing retirement match.
Yeah,
true, because that
it's like it reminds me of Michael Jordan and the Bulls, like how Michael Jordan don't ever be at Bulls type shit, but he be at everything else.
Good point. So yeah, a lot of people was actually surprised to see Kevin Nash even out there. But I say, hey man, gotta remember the click, folks. The click. So yeah, some people are surprised to see him in the skybox out there. But no, Priest and Gunther, I gotta say this was a hard hitting match out there. And I gotta say they gave Priest a lot of offense on Gunther, because you see Gunther just go dominate people a majority of the time. Priest was literally keeping his big end of the deal out there, going at him. You know,
I
one
appreciate it.
funny one funny thing about this match, someone said, you know, we got all these advertisements. They said this match is brought to you by Straight Talk, and they said, yes, Straight Talk for bisexual Taker out there.
Oh my goodness.
Get the joke for that.
My goodness, y'all.
I saw that joke go around a lot. So yeah, they said it's kind of convenient that they just put that there. But no, this was like I said, it was a hard hitting match though. Obviously the chop, you can see Gunther bleeding from his chest almost several times. And he had to keep kind of wiping it away, and the camera was kind of focused on him. Somebody said there was something going on in the crowd at that point. I'm not sure how true that was, but you did see his chest bleeding. I think that was probably because of the match he had with Finn Balor from Raw this past week, but you did see him bleeding a lot. Um, Priest, though, you know, he did go for his like South of Heaven choke slam still for the, you know, near fall and whatnot. And like I said, it's a big chop fest going back and forth. And then you actually see Finn Balor show up at ringside. Then I don't even really know where he came from, but he just happened to be there. I guess he was gonna go out there and help Priest. And you know, the match is still going on. And at one point, Priest, he ended up hitting the South of Heaven choke slam, and he pinned Gunther, but Finn ended up putting Gunther's leg on the rope, and Finn just turned around, not even looking, which once they showed the big replay on the screen, then Priest saw what happened, and Balor just gives this evil smile face, just turn around, all menacing and whatnot. I'm like, this must be the demon again, I see. This isn't Judgment Day Balor. It's Balor Club, if we want to go from there. But after Priest said he saw what happened, Gunther went for the sleeper hold in, which I almost thought it was over, and you just see Balor just kind of menacingly just kind of almost smile out there. But Priest ended up still had some life in him. The crowd popped up then, and he immediately went for Finn, grabbing him, trying to choke him and whatnot. But Gunther ended up power bombing Priest and put him in a sleeper again, and they checked Priest and he was out. So now Gunther is the new world heavyweight champion, which I knew we all figured was gonna happen anyways, but we knew Finn was gonna end up betraying Priest. So right now it looks like a Judgment Day Civil War, if you ask me, to wherever this is gonna go. But yeah, Finn end up turning on Priest, and they've been kind of trying to turn Priest's face for a minute now. You know, one thing counting even before this match, you know, they got one of them 24 documentaries about to happen on Priest too, so you know it's making him look like even more of a face, what they're trying to push with. But I enjoyed this match, and like I said, the big turn here with you know, Finn turning on Priest. So yeah, more betrayals throughout this show.
Yeah, like you said, it was a hard hitting match. My goodness, what Gunther chest started bleeding. I just started holding my chest after a while. Like, my goodness, man, I don't think I could ever take those type of chops to the chest for real. But it was a hard hitting match. It told a good story. It told the story that um Damien was emotional and too emotional when he figured out what happened. And I think what really took him over the edge was all right, earlier that day Dominic doing what Dominic did. And then all of a sudden he asked Finn and JD, oh y'all did y'all know about it? And they lied to his face and said no, we did not know about it. And then this happened. It's a lot of emotional things that I like that they put in this match in this feud. The Judgment Day exploding feud is going to be nice. You can keep them like like I said about the other three. You can even keep them away for the Damien and Finn. You can keep them away for the title. You know what I'm saying? Not I mean the title picture. You can keep them away for the title picture for a nice long time and have them do a high profile feud which is going to be a high profile feud because it's a part of the Judgment Day exploded. So I really did. I like the everyday that was involved in this match.
I agree. I if these niggas really real about the Attitude Era coming back, we need two crazy dumbass things to happen. One thing, we need uh we need what's my boy named Dominic Mysterio to lead his own Latino faction, and they need to just disband from Judgment Day completely. Finn Balor and Damian Priest go at it, and we need a Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley love interest. Now that she just lost Dominic Mysterio and they both face, they just go. They have a kayfabe love story in the
I
midst
thought
of
they
this
were
whole
trying to get
situation.
Jey Uso to do that. I thought that's what somebody said they were trying to do, get Jey Uso to kind of
Oh
hit
shit!
on Rip
I forget about Jay. Fuck around, it might be Jay. Never mind.
because they kind of teased towards that. I'm sure Rikishi won't be happy with that if you've seen what he's been saying lately. But
Oh shit! I
Speaking
didn't see
of
what he
speaking
said.
speaking of people on Twitter, did y'all see Buddy Matthew tweet yesterday saying he wanted to go back to help his wife? Like in the storyline, you idiot. She's not your wife. So
Right,
how you
right.
gonna
In
come in
kayfabe,
and
yeah.
just right? So how you gonna come in and just mess up everything? You say I want to go back. If they bring you back, they'll show what's gonna be that she had you. She was married the whole time that she was with Dominic. She going back to a heel instantly.
Right.
You
Nigga,
30, you
nigga,
37 years.
if you think about it, Dominic is married. That means he's cheating on two women.
Right.
got a wife, a girlfriend, and a mistress.
I
Triple
was like,
threat.
man, buddy, you can no, like that was dumb to tweet, like it's stupid to tweet that was like once I saw that, I'm like, you idiot, no.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't even see that, but yeah, I don't know why he tweeted that though. That is kind of that is kind of crazy though. So yeah, but right now, obviously, this can go either way. I still think it's going to be some Judgment Day Civil War, something like that, or who's going to side with who now. So who will pick whose side? That's what I see happening. Gunther, we kind of already knew he was going to win this whole thing, anyways. Especially how they pushed him. You know, I will say this though. What y'all think about Priest's time as the world champion?
um,
I didn't mind it. It was cool.
it was alright.
It's
Uh,
okay.
right. Remember we had to talk about this before, Bryce. And I was like, the certain people's first title runs are a little bit shaky sometimes because it's not they feeling the weight of the world on their shoulder. You know, no pun intended, but you know they got the world heavyweight championship, which tells them that hey, we trust you and you are the best of the roster right now on this side of the roster. We chose you to be the flag bearer of the brand. That kind of kind of some weight on your shoulders a little bit. So you kind of, sometimes you allow to mess up. You allow to have a little slip up sometimes, that little jump out that he didn't do itself with in a self match. And sometimes you allow to do it because sometimes you don't know this position and it's kind of heavy.
Mm.
That's true. I thought it was okay. Like I knew it wasn't gonna last long, anyways, but it was good for what it was. Like you said, everybody's first title reign is always not gonna be good. It just I was like, give it a chance. Like, I was like, let's at least give it a chance and see where it goes. We just knew it wasn't gonna last that long
Yeah.
because we knew that back at King of the Ring when Gunther won the King of the Ring. Like, yeah, he gonna lose at SummerSlam, and yeah, it ended up happening. He lost at SummerSlam, so there you go. So yeah, well, with Gunther now as a champion, I expect this to be a pretty good long reign. I don't know who is first. We'll probably get a rematch against Priest, but I don't know who else's other feud will be against next. Well, we'll see what happens then. Uh, what else did they do? SmackDown coming to USA next month, so they're gonna be off of Fox. Um,
NXT going to CW. That's kind of that was
yep,
nice.
NXT going to the CW on October 1st,
Yeah,
so that's
free
gonna be a thing
NXT.
too. Yeah, they
So you
moving
think they'll
channels.
I said free NXT.
Yeah, and see, I was talking to my cousin about it. I like to be honest, this is a nicer move than the SmackDown going back to USA because this this more eyeballs on NXT. It's a it's a broadcast channel,
Hmm.
not the cable network. Everybody got the CW if you got TV. You could
Exactly.
put you get an antenna. Go get an antenna. You got the CW. So yeah.
Yeah, be an easy way to watch. So there you go. Um,
Hey, I'm gonna
another
put it to you this way. I'm gonna put it to you this way. NXT for the hood now. All the kids in the hood gonna know everything about NXT.
Yes, yes, yes. He not lying, man. I remember back in the day with SmackDown was on UPN. The hood niggas didn't really talk about Raw like that. We were talking about
Man,
SmackDown. You know
so
what
y'all
I'm
could watch.
saying?
yeah.
Yeah,
It- because all of us didn't have cable. I remember back in the day. We were bootlegging cable back in the day. So
mm,
half of the time we didn't get a chance to do it, and all we had is UPN SmackDown.
yeah.
No, that's true. That's
It's
true.
good
So
like that.
yeah, with NXT going to CW, it will get more eyeballs on the product though in general. So yeah, NXT it's for the hood folks. Hey, like someone said, they push more black talent on there than they actually do the main roster. So there's a point to that. But nah, what else did they talk about? What the senior retirement tour, which I still think is probably going to end up being a heel turn in the end, but that's a story
That
for
would be
another
great.
time. I still think that may happen. Also, they had the Miz and Truth in the ring to tell the attendance for SummerSlam. But then next thing you know, they got Waller and Theory in the ring then mocking Cleveland and talking about Miz and Truth and all that stuff. And R-Truth's like talking about what he called, I think he called them the Rock and Roll Express. And yeah, he called them that. And then next thing you know, they're talking about Jelly Roll and MGK, which by the way, they're all talking, and somehow Jelly Roll, who
Get
this
his
dude,
big motherfucking ass.
yeah, big as hell, sneak into the ring to where nobody can see him. Nobody can see him get in the ring. This dude's got to be like, what, one man gained 200, 300 some pounds, and nobody saw him get in the ring with a chair and just starts beating up Waller in Theory with it. And he did a whole choke slam and did the 5 knuckle shuffle.
You see
So,
That
the
was
first
great.
man,
I love
the,
that
man-
though.
the man had one hand. He chokeslammed him with one arm.
one arm.
Yeah.
Deary jumped his ass off on that one, man. He made that look good.
He made it look good, though. I'll
Man.
say that. But it just got me. I'm like, this dude just literally got in the ring and nobody saw him. Nobody saw him. Nobody like nobody saw this big dude get in the ring with a chair. So yeah, that was they had to have another segment involved in this show, and it's kind of like what Gerard said yesterday. Theory down there kind of being the joke right now when it comes to WWE. Like, didn't he get knocked out by Terrence Crawford like a couple weeks ago on SmackDown?
hmm
Although
Like,
low key later that night, Terrence Crawford almost knocked the nigga out for real, but he won by decision.
yeah, unanimous decision. I saw that fight.
And so it justified him getting knocked out because he's not a trained boxer. So he can get knocked out by Terrence Crawford. So it makes sense.
Yeah, Jelly Roll, a whole country music artist. So, yeah, that's where it doesn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, Theory right now, yeah, I don't know what to really say. Hey, I always say John Cena ended up being right in the end.
Yeah.
John Cena ended up being right in the end. That's all.
Hit me out, y'all. Y'all might think I'm crazy on this, but I say give him another chance and give him a chance as a face. If that blow up in our face, then theory is watch. But I I feel like give him another chance and let him be a face. See where that goes. If that don't go anywhere, oh well, he a lost cause.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
but
even think. Oh, what was I gonna say?
I'm gonna say, yeah, got a point. We'll see. We'll see if that happens.
I wouldn't mind it. Has he ever been a face before?
No,
Nope.
no.
I wouldn't be mad to see it.
Yeah, so no, we'll see if that does happen though. So yeah, whenever it happens, we'll see what happens from there. But now we get to the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the WWE Championship in a Bloodline Rules match, which Solo made his entrance, and then they had Cody on his tour bus with his dog, Pharaoh. Apparently, this is going to be his final road trip. It's not like his dog is dying or anything, but I guess his dog is a little bit older and just can't travel like that. But nah, Cody's always had his dog, Pharaoh, with him. I guess he brings him on the road all the time. Like, I've seen the dog shit since, like, AEW and Ring of Honor. He's always had that Alaskan husky with him. But like I said, this dude is just like I said, it's just straight up Homelander. By the way, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, Cody's getting off the bus with his dog. Next thing you know, Arn Anderson shows up. Honestly, I don't even remember when he left AEW, but he was his manager in AEW, and Arn Anderson told him, like, you've been a great champion, and you got 4 pissed off Island boys in the ring who want to destroy you in the memory of Roman Reigns. And he says, I got some connections. There's some friends in high places, and you're gonna know about it. So in a way, I thought Arn Anderson was probably gonna come out there and bring the Glock with him and whatnot, like last time. But I guess they gotta we can't bring the Glock on this show. In AEW, you can have the Glock, but he can't bring in the Glock. Like that's all probably Cody need. He needed his dog, and he needed Arn Anderson with a Glock. Like that's a good backup to have. You got an Alaskan Husky with you, and you got a horseman with a Glock. So
Cody Rhodes would have been like that one meme. Like Solo would have been beating his ass. Would have looked back. Get the gun.
get the
Get the
strap.
gun.
Get the gun.
Run.
Get the strap. So yeah, Arn, he didn't pull the Glock out from him, but it was nice to see Arn Anderson. And I guess he let somebody like hold the dog, and he's put on his ring jacket. Then apparently that was Brandy's mom, to what I had heard. But he's got his Homelander jacket on and the mask, like the whole is American Night, like straight up Homelander. Okay, dude's
Straight
freaking
up.
Homelander. Like
I
this
can't wait for the heel turn.
extravagant grand entrance.
Man, Gerard, you must have been in the crib with me because I swear I said that last night. I was looking at it, all like, I can't wait for the heel turn. And then my
Because
cousin
you
was
are
like, when the heel turn gonna happen? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just waiting for it.
Like,
because
because the way
it's literally gonna be just like Homelander. His whole stick will be, you don't love this anymore. I've been giving you
Uh-huh.
this your whole life. You guys don't love this, so it's gonna fucking I can't wait.
Hey,
because
see,
yeah,
he's my bad. I'm so sorry, bro. But one more thing, he's smart enough to know when the crowd is turning on him. Right now, we
Mhm.
still loving him, but
Yeah,
you know, let the crowd just turn just a little bit. He gonna go back there to tell Triple H, hey, look, you hear them, right? You
I,
ready?
honestly, I feel like that's what his creative direction was going to be in AEW. He learned from the mistakes of what he maybe did in AEW of waiting too long to do that. I feel like you said, like right when the crowd starts to feel that way, he already gonna know and switch off.
And
yeah,
Homelander is the perfect comparison, Bryce.
yes, because the
Yeah.
way they had his whole entrance going, man, you got the dog on Anderson, the jacket, the mask. You out there, it's like doing your grand entrance with all the pyro and giving all, everybody autographs, taking selfies with the kids and all that stuff. So just making them the biggest like Homelander super face out there as they can. Now I gotta say something about this match with Cody Rhodes Solo Sikoa, especially in this Bloodline Rules match. And I said this many, many months ago, back when WrestleMania happened. This was literally the same match that we seen in any other Roman match, but just switched around with different people. Okay, it's gonna be a
Mm.
20-something minute match out there first. Not saying it wasn't bad, anything, it was solid, but it just honestly it didn't feel flat. It's like we're just waiting for all the run-ins to happen. It's just like every other Roman match. Like it felt flat. I'll be honest. Like the match happened until everybody started running out. But it's like every other Roman match that's happened. It's just with a different people now. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, 20-minute match. Just move, 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 move. Okay, who's running out there? Oh, we got GOD running out there. Yeah, GOD finally run out there, especially after the Crossroads. They attack. Next thing you know, you hear Kevin Owens' music hits, and then he start going after them, and then Randy Orton's music hits. That gets a big pop, and they fight off GOD, and they, go into the crowd somewhere and whatnot. And then you got Cody and like I said, Cody and Solo still going at it in the ring then. And then next thing you know, he's trying to go for like 3 crossroads. He went for the third one, but Jacob Fatu runs out there then, hits him with a kick, does a whisper in the wind, and his BME moonsault then. And then he cleared the announce table and did a big dive on him, which apparently Jacob Fatu may have legitimately hurt himself to what I'm hearing now. I heard he had like a walking boot on. So I don't know how much of a work that is in that, but apparently that was actually legit now. He may be really hurt. And because he did the dive, and you could literally see him clutch his leg. Like, go back and look at it. He did hit his leg hard on the broadcast table.
I'm just hoping it's not ALC related, because he reached for his the back of his ankle, then he instantly reached for his calf. And if I know anything from watching too much NBA, that is the sign of an ACL. Of an Achilles injury.
Yeah, because that was a pretty tough fall there. Because like Jacob was basically on the outside of the ring and all that, and just telling Solo, "Go finish it, go finish the match," and everything. And he got Cody, back into the ring. Then was trying to set up for the, Samoan spike and whatnot, but Cody got out of it. And he started hitting him with like a steel steps and whatnot, and was gonna and what like trying to remember yeah, Solo ended up spearing him when he had the steel steps up in his hand and sends him across the turnbuckle, but Cody did the Cody cutter in. And then next thing you know, Roman Reigns' music hits, gets a super pop out there. I guess he now has a remix thing of his head of the table thing, which, the graphics showed up and everything. Super pop out there. Got the OTC shirt on, which basically I'm assuming means Original Tribal Chief. Roman is back. He goes immediately in the ring, takes out Solo with the Superman punch, hits the big spear, do the ooh-ah thing, and all the crowd goes along with it. Spear Soul Sikoa, looks at Cody Rhodes for a second, gets out the ring, and Cody's just looking, and then he hit in the crossroads and beat Soul Sikoa, retaining the WWE Championship. So Cody Rhodes is still the champion. But honestly, this match was literally whatever until all the run-ins happened. So when you talk about this Bloodline Rules thing, and I said it back at WrestleMania, for a Bloodline Rules match, if anything goes in all this, why wasn't damn near everybody out there from the get-go? This was literally the same formula like you've seen in every other Roman Reigns match with just different people this time. At this point throughout the whole match, we were just waiting for Roman Reigns to show up, and that's what happened. So yeah, in other words, the entire match was literally whatever. You could say it was flat because even I could tell the crowd was still kind of starting to die until all the run-ins happened. So yeah, the most thing that mattered throughout this match was the run-ins and Roman Reigns returning, given that we have not seen him since WrestleMania. Some believe The Rock was probably going to come out too, but I don't think they wanted to give 2 big surprises away in one night, because I know they saw The Rock's mom earlier out there in the crowd, but she did give Nia Jax a hug, so they said she shows up for a lot of big shows, for like all the big shows, but I kind of thought she was out there because The Rock was probably going to be back. But yeah, the main event was honestly kind of flat until all the end. So everything that mattered was in the end. Okay, that's all that mattered. Once the run-ins and stuff happened, that's what mattered. So yeah, but it's the same match, the same freaking match we've seen before. So and then again, people didn't really buy Solo as a main event guy. I feel like too. I know they're trying with Solo, but I don't think people still bought into it all the way. Like they're trying, but still.
So most people already know what I'm gonna say. I hate that Bloodline Rules shit because it is always the same match. I've been saying the same thing about Roman Reigns. Why does he need a bloodline when he's fucking Roman Reigns? And I feel the same way about Solo. I think again, if you're gonna make him look powerful, make him look powerful. But in the midst of you making him look powerful, you need to actually like not take the bloodline away from him, but understand that give him a reason to where he don't need the bloodline. Make him look powerful. I think the best thing about Roman coming back is when he's about to now prove to motherfuckers like me who was talking shit for years why he didn't need the bloodline. The bloodline needed him. As soon as he came in, fucking Solo's whole mood changed. This nigga instantly felt like little brother again. He came in without any defense, just started beating his ass, and then look back at Cody like, we'll finish this shit later, but you go ahead and get this. We'll finish our beef shit, later, but you go ahead and get this title because I got bigger business to deal with. Right now, I'm not thinking about a fucking title. Been there, done that. This is bloodline business. I gotta handle this little nigga. So like, go ahead, get your title. We'll handle our shit. He'll probably get a rematch, but I gotta handle this dude at some point so that I can remind him who the head of the table really is. So I like this. I like what's going on. I think now the bloodline has a reason. Cause like right now they was just beating niggas asses, but now it's like, okay, now y'all got somebody who else y'all can't just beat. So let's see how this goes.
Uh, How I was look, how I was looking at the match last night was just how Bryce was looking at it. Like me and my cousin was just on the phones most of the time, like throughout the whole match. We were waiting for the run-ins, and I think that's the reason why they, they announced the bloodline rules at the like at SmackDown on Friday. I think that's where they really announced it. I I really I was really looking forward to the run-ins to see who will come in. I like, all right, cool. We got the bloodline, of course. Of course, we'll go get Randy Orton and KO. All right. So then we waited for the ultimate run-in, Roman Reigns. Once he came in, we knew the match was over. Basically, we all paid attention to that last little part. He speared, Solo. They got Cody Rhodes got the crossroads and 1, 2, 3. But the match, to be honest with you, it didn't follow the other matches. The other matches were good all up until that one. You know, that was kind of boring until the run in. So, but like you said, Gerard, like this gives the bloodline a new lease on life. You know what I'm saying? They got a person who they can't beat up just willy nilly. I think they're gonna beat them up on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? To really, put that edge like, hey, Solo is the head of the table, and you can't come back here and they think you gonna take over. I think they're gonna beat them up on Friday. But other than that, like he gonna get the upper hand on them in the most part of the matches. But
That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
true, and I will say this too. One thing that was pointed out to me yesterday. I know it damn near took a decade to do this, but Vince McMahon finally got what he wanted, as in Roman being over as a huge face now. Like he finally did it. Like he finally got Roman over as a huge face because they tried to push him as a face for so long and the fans dejected it. But all they had to do was turn him heel and then leave for a minute, and now everybody, believes he is the greatest thing in the world now. So in the end, Vince McMahon finally got what he wanted.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Finally got what he wanted. And and the crazy part about it, like earlier, yeah, that yesterday, like probably in the morning, I decided to watch 2018 because I saw a clip of the remember that Fatal 4 Way in SummerSlam with Joe, Braun Strowman, Roman, and Brock Lesnar. Y'all remember that match?
Oh yeah, the Fatal 4 Way. Yeah, I
Fatal
remember that
4
one. Yeah.
for the Universal title at SummerSlam. So I rewatched it, right? And my goodness, boy, they did not they rejected that man. And I was just thinking to myself, it's going to be totally different tonight once I the watch SummerSlam. And man, tell me it's day and night. They cheer this man. They were ready for him. They that's all you needed to do. I think everybody was telling them that, but I just think they was like, man, nah, this how we wanted to do it. This what gonna happen. And like, oh, it's not working, but now it works. And look at it.
No, yeah, it works now. So yeah, like that's one thing Shaq he told me yesterday. Like, yeah, Vince finally got what he wanted. He finally got him over as a huge face, and it worked. He got a super pop out there when he came back out.
Yeah,
So so yeah, he definitely got a huge pop. I'll definitely say that. Yeah, I will say, hopefully Jacob Batu is not that injured. Like I said, I don't know how much legit that was a work or shoot, but some people are saying he is maybe legitimately hurt though. One thing I thought was kind of funny too. People thought Ricky Starks was going to come out there and help Cody. I was seeing people online say that.
Stupid.
Oh, man, that would have been cool, but I don't think that would have been a pop that would have popped the crowd just like that because it says majority of the fans, WWE fans, are casuals.
They don't watch AEW.
You're right. They probably would have came. They probably would have popped a little bit, but I think you should wait until like if Ricky even signs, because I don't even know if he signed or not. But if he is, you want to wait to SmackDown for something like that.
True, because I remember a lot of people online was talking about it yesterday because he keeps talking so much online nowadays when it comes about AEW and whatnot, and not really in the best light because a lot of people he's on his way out the door from there anyways, especially in recent times now.
Oh,
So
he not even out of his contract yet. Why we even talking about it?
yeah, I don't know why people thought that last night. They thought Ricky Starks was gonna help. Like, no, I never saw that happen. And it's like you knew who was gonna come out and help Cody anyways. Like you already know KO and Orton were gonna get involved.
Yeah.
One thing I'll say also, I know it was for the big Roman Reigns return and everything, but you think they still probably should have still gone with Cody versus Orton, and we just say that for a later date.
Save it for all that.
That's thing. Again, I
Could be the
think
next
Roman is
feud.
about. Yeah, I think Roman and Solo are about to have a feud, which will bring The Rock in right before Survivor Series.
Bring Jimmy Uso back. I'm sure he'll be
It'll,
back too.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
it'll end up being, which will be crazy because by the time the Randy Orton Cody feud is over, he'll have enough time, hopefully, to be a part of the Survivor Series crew for Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, and somebody else. Versus the new Bloodline, headlined by The Rock.
Probably Sami. We know we talked about it earlier, but
Oh,
probably
Sami,
Sami.
yeah, probably Sami.
Hey, listen to this though. And it could be stretched to this new bloodline thing can be stretched to WrestleMania 41.
He can.
Real fast.
It can.
Because here's the thing. I was just over here just brainstorming as y'all were talking. I was thinking like, man, when Gerard said how Roman was looking at Cody like, man, yeah, we go meet again. And I say they should meet again at the Royal Rumble. But here's
Mm-hmm.
the thing: the title does not change because The Rock comes out and screws the mess out of Roman Reigns.
Okay.
And then y'all wanted that match, right? Everybody wanted it. Let's go to WrestleMania with it. The
I like
bloodline
it.
is on the line. It's the tribal chief of the new bloodline, the tribal chief of the old bloodline. They go at it. And that's what the match y'all wanted. Everybody wanted. Boom, there y'all go.
No, yeah, that's true.
And
No, that's a good
yeah, and
idea.
now you're not. Oh yeah, what are you gonna say?
No, that's a good idea.
The
Yeah, and
Royal
now you're
Rumble,
not
whoever wins
surprising
the
us at
Royal
the.
Rumble to go against Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and now you're not surprising us last minute with this shit. So you actually have a storyline that builds up to it.
Yeah.
I
No, that's
love it.
true. That's true. So no, that could. No, I believe that could happen. So yeah, it's a lot to really work going into next with the Bloodline, especially with Roman Reigns being back. So yeah, the Bloodline Civil War is obviously about to happen now with him making his big return and everything. So like I said, it's now going to be the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline. And like I said, just like with that T-shirt he has, the OTC Original Tribal Chief and stuff. So yeah, that's what I believe it's really gonna lead into next. I will say overall, I thought SummerSlam was really good. I thought it was very newsworthy. Obviously, we have 4 title changes throughout the entire night. A lot of betrayals by Judgment Day, which I saw somebody point out online. I'm sure Edge is smiling right now, given he finally got his payback on Ripley and Priest for betraying him. But no, like I said, the Judgment Day shakeups happening with them betraying each other, 4 title changes. and Roman Reigns returning and whatnot. The worst things I could probably say throughout the show, honestly, was I think the women's title match with Bayley and Jax, given that I just think nobody did not really care, and it was just kind of whatever, honestly, towards the end. And even the main event too, other than Roman and all the run-ins, the main event was pretty flat. Okay, it was really flat because it's the same match we've seen all the time. We were just waiting for Roman to come back. That was it. The best match out of the show, I would feel like, was Punk and Drew it being and Seth being the referee, and my second best one would probably be the U.S. title match.
I agree.
So that's how I look at it. So I thought it was a really good show, and it was very newsworthy and whatnot. But yeah, like I said, 4 title changes, a lot of betrayals, and Roman Reigns making his huge return at SummerSlam. Because when it comes to somebody like Isaiah told me this best, when it comes to SummerSlam, it's always something going on big with Roman at SummerSlam.
Yep.
So yeah, overall, I thought it was a very good show.
I thought it was a very good show too. I really enjoyed myself, and like you said, it got to be universal at this point. The flat matches was Bayley versus Nia, and the main event until the run-in. So I definitely agree with you. I most definitely agree. One more thing, can I give an MVP to that girl Rhea? Please, like I would like to give her the MVP because my goodness, if that was real, because I'm 90%
Yeah.
sure that was. But my goodness, yeah, man, that girl deserved everything for that. You did all of that for my entertainment. Hey, I don't got no problem with it, girl.
No,
You know,
that's up there with Kobe relocating it. Like if she really dislocated her shit, relocated that bitch mid match. That like if that's real, then yeah, that's like up there with Kobe relocating his finger, nigga. Like
yeah, when he told us,
I know it's two different types of greatness, but the gesture in itself was very Kobe like.
oh, you talking about when he tore his Achilles and took those free throws before he had to sit out?
Oh no, no, when he dislocated his finger mid game and he went back, he went to the sideline and just popped that bitch back in and ran back out.
Oh, okay, I remember that. I thought you were talking about the when he had took those 2 free throws when he had tore his Achilles.
Oh
Because I
no,
swear,
that's also Kobe. Yeah, that's also just crazy shit, bro.
Yeah. Well, but now I was gonna say, Dry, like you think overall show.
I think the show overall was great. Again, I talked about you yesterday with WWE killed that shit. Again, it wasn't like a 10 out of 10 pay per view, but it was to me 8 out of 10. I didn't dislike any match. I like the Nia Jackson Bayley match. Again, it was slow, but again, I don't be so into their promos that much, so like it was still entertaining to me. um, yeah, I really enjoyed every match, man. And again, shout out to Logan Paul and LA Knight for having legit a barn burner of a match. I think they were on point just throughout the whole match, even down to the celebrity run-ins. Even though LA Knight at one point was just kicking Jeff in the ass, if you really look at it,
Which one
straight
is
up.
Jeff, by the way?
It's the scrawny one with the beard, I think.
That's why I was like, okay, which one? Cause I was wondering, like, which one of these guys are actually Jeff? Like, I always hear this Jeff guy, but like, which one is he?
I don't know for sure, but every time they brought up Jeff, it seemed like he was Michael Cole was talking about the skinny one with the beard.
Okay, cause yeah, I wasn't honestly sure which one it is. So yeah, which one's Jeff? But no, I gotta say, yeah, like overall, it was a really really good show for real. So no, I did enjoy SummerSlam. So no, really really good stuff though. Anything you want to plug before we get out of here?
No, not really.
man, I don't got nothing to plug. You know, I enjoyed the show, and I'm looking forward to Raw tomorrow night. That's how they do it. You know, that's how you're supposed to do it. You know, you're supposed to look forward to the other shows. That's how good the pay per view supposed to be.
Yeah, I
True,
can't wait
true.
for SmackDown.
Oh yeah,
And see,
it's gonna,
you
gonna be
can't
some
wait
good
to
stuff.
that's what the pay per view. I remember back in the day, man, every time I watched the pay per view, it was always that feeling that I needed to. I can't wait to Raw. I can't wait to Raw. And I think SummerSlam gave me that feeling again.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, want to know the aftermath.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we definitely want to know the aftermath. But yeah, overall, like I said, comment, subscribe, like this video, hit that notification bell, and tell us what you think about SummerSlam. Would it be the best, the worst, or just the overall thought of the show in general? The next time we probably will come back with a review is probably later this month for All In. So yeah, All In. So yeah, are you all in?
Stupid.
Are you all in? Is he all in? Is she all in? Is that dog all in? Is that bird all in? Is the guy that tells me to burn things and commit arson all in? We're all in.
He shouldn't be all in.
Oh, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
I
Somebody
might.
get that man out.
You might hear from me.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with All In and how that's gonna work though. So yeah, but that'll probably be the next big review though, is All In. But other than that though, we're out of here. See y'all then. Peace out.